Gus's Conspiracy Corner. I'm your host, Grumpy Gus. I'll be covering many conspiracy stories and theories. I've been around this business for many years. I've collected a vast amount of sources that will let me in on some of the latest stories and theories. We'll talk to people involved in these conspiracies. All this on Gus's Conspiracy Corner. Let's get a word from our sponsor before we dive into today's show.
This segment brought to you by Little Rock's Hot Item Pop-Up Shop. Is today's high inflation stopping you from buying the latest goods? You need a flat-screen TV on the cheap? How about a new living room set? Well, I've got some good news for you. If you see a yellow van with black stripes in your neighborhood, why don't you stop by and see Little Rock? He has it all. Electronics, household items, lawn and gardening, plus a whole lot more. My man can pack that van. Trust me. All the latest wares and goods. Just don't ask Rock where he got it, and remember he's selling this stuff to you on the cheap. If Rock doesn't have it today, he'll guarantee you he'll have it tomorrow. This kid is a freaking prodigy when it comes to ripping off those rich white neighborhoods. Rock's Hot Item Pop-Up Shop. On your nearest block, sometime today.
Welcome back. Today's topic. Did the Queen of England have her beloved corgis buried with her? I've heard rumors of this on the internet, so I reached out to a source who told me it was true. I can't tell you their name, but they have decided to tell us their story and the problems behind it. We've disguised their voice for their own protection. Let's begin.
I am a former doctor that used to work at Buckingham Palace. I was one of the Queen's personal physicians. I served on the Royal Medical Team. We treat the Queen, and only the Queen. Our job is to follow protocol in the event of the Queen's passing. Every member of the royal family has a will we must follow. We must follow it word for word. There must be no one's interpretation of the will. Only the word-for-word translation. Even though we may be against such translation of the will, we must follow it step by step, word for word. This is something that has been on my mind lately, so I must at least tell you something I am not comfortable with. It hasn't been long since our queendom has passed, but if our new king will not speak about it, I shall. I have read on the internet that the Queen wanted to be buried with her pet corgis. As one of her personal physicians, I can say there is some truth to that. Our Queen's personal will stated that she wished to be buried with her corgis. Since it was part of her will, we could not refuse. The Queen's wishes were our orders. We informed the royal family of her wishes, and that's when the real problems began.
Interesting. A physician who works for the Queen. It's also interesting these people have to follow her will, word for word. These two poor dogs. Who could come up with an idea to bury the Queen's own dogs with her? Who would be that stupid? Let's take a break and return for more.
This segment brought to you by J.D. Rutherford's Used Prescription Shop, located on the south side of Indianapolis. Do you need a prescription? Have they been expensive lately? And you can't afford them? Well, my man J.D. Rutherford has a deal for you. Stop by J.D. Rutherford's Used Prescription Shop, located on U.S. Stop 11 and South La Brick Street. It's the red barn 2 miles to the left. Visit J.D. Rutherford in secret and get those prescriptions dirt cheap, especially if you don't mind them being expired by a year. It's okay, J.D. believes they are still good, and that's why you get the lowest prices. Nobody works the medical black market like J.D. Nobody. There is no prescription this master of the market can't get. You need those pills for your health. J.D. is your guy. Even if you have a pill problem, J.D. is still your guy. Stop by J.D. Rutherford's Used Prescription Shop, located on U.S. Stop 11 and South La Brick Street. You need those prescriptions. My man J.D. has them. Only expired by 1 year. And dirt cheap. J.D. Rutherford's Used Prescription Shop. Stop by today.
We're back. What will happen to these two dogs? Who decided to do this heinous action? Let's continue.
When the royal family heard the news, they were stunned. Prince William and Princess Kate needed a drink so they could understand what their queendom wanted. The clown Prince Harry and his bad-acting Hollywood wife Meghan were outraged and began spouting foolish American anecdotes and silly Peter sayings. The soon-to-be king wanted no part of it. The royal medical team conferred with members of Parliament and the House of Commons and reached the conclusion that the Queen's last wishes must be fulfilled. The corgis must be buried along with the queendom. The next thing was, do we euthanize the dogs, or do we just put them in her coffin? Our team thought it would be more humane to euthanize the corgis, but again, Crown Prince Harry and Royal Gold Digger Meghan were against our plans. It was their insistence that it would be cruel to euthanize the corgis, so they came up with the idea to put them in alive. Prince William insisted he and Princess Kate take the dogs and bury the queendom with two fake replicas of her corgis. This caused a problem between Prince William and Clown Prince Harry, as they disagreed with each other's idea. Clown Prince Harry, feeling it would be disrespectful to bury two fake dogs with the queendom.
Incredible. The actions of Harry and Meghan is astounding. The palace can't be serious to bury two living dogs with the Queen. That would be too much. I'm shocked and outraged people would even do this. I need to take a break.
This segment brought to you by Pistol Pete. You need to whack somebody? Someone you want to put 6 feet under. Need a gun? Something that won't incriminate you. Well, then meet Pistol Pete behind the alley on 36th and New York Street. Pistol Pete has everything you need to pop that cap in a fool's ass. Our weapons are underground local. Serial numbers scraped off with care and by hand. Only the best care for Pete's customers. Our guns are so untraceable, we don't know where they came from. Pistol Pete, the man who can get you the weapon to do what you can. Meet up with Pete, and he will get you that weapon you need. Remember, if the local cop asks you about Pete, you never heard of him. Pistol Pete. Meet him today.
We're back with the final installment of our source's story. Was there any way to stop this madness? Will any of the royals stop the hideousness? What happened to the dogs? Let's continue on and find out.
With the problems with Prince William and Harry, the team reached out to MI6 to see if we could find a proper solution. MI6 gave us a plan. We could replace the Queen's corgis with imposters. That way the public will still see the royal corgis from time to time. We also hatched a plan to kidnap Royal Gold Digger Meghan and send her to Ethiopia, but the soon-to-be king wanted no part of it. Our team scoured all the dog shelters in the UK and found 2 exact matches. Our next move was to wait till the end of the mourning period. During the closed casket sessions, we put both corgis in with the Queen. Our only snag was Prince William and the lovely Princess Kate sent a royal servant to retrieve the dogs, but MI6 and royal guards managed to stop him. Prince William has a good heart, but this would have caused a scandal, which the royal family doesn't need. Prince Harry and Royal Gold Digger Meghan had already caused enough. When the services were done, we buried the Queen with her beloved corgis alive. I feel terrible, because these poor dogs had no choice in this situation. I believe they may still be alive, and if they still are, what would be the state of our queendom's body? I shudder to think about it. My wish is we follow Prince William's plan, instead of idiot fool, Crown Prince Harry, and his dumb attention-seeking, Hollywood dovish wife's idea. Those 2 dogs would be alive, instead of buried. My heart aches to tell you this truth. I thank you for taking the time for me to air out this little truth.
This is shocking indeed. Those poor corgis to think they were buried alive because of the stupid idiots. These two should be held accountable for those two dogs. They should be prosecuted at the highest level and sent to jail. Since they are some kind of royals, they'll get away with it, along with the rest of their co-conspirators. All of them should face justice. I hope there are people who will speak out about this shocking crime enough that England will look into this matter and prosecute all parties involved, no matter how high up the chain they are. We'll be right back.
This segment brought to you by Big Polly's Auto Body and Chop Shop. You looking for an expensive car but can't afford it? Ask Big Polly. Polly has been in the Indianapolis chop shop industry for over 30 years. Plus, he's never been busted by the man. Nope. Never. Visit Polly in downtown Indy. Polly will show a vast array of cars. If he doesn't have what you want, Polly's top-notch professional crew will go out and steal that car you want. We'll change the numbers so they match your fake registration. Not even the BMV can tell if it's fake. Polly will even have it repainted to whatever color you wish. We have a vast array of stolen parts in our chop shop inventory that we can even pimp out that new Mac Daddy ride in style. Polly always has the hottest products in today's automotive industry because he knows all the best places to rip off vehicles and parts. Big Polly's Auto Body and Chop Shop. The right vehicles and parts stolen and sold at the right price. Visit Big Polly's Auto Body and Chop Shop today. Located in beautiful downtown Indianapolis. Disclaimer: if you're visiting Polly to get your stolen vehicle back, we have a hidden grave site in the back to handle that. Big Polly's Auto Body and Chop Shop.
Thank you for listening to the show. I'd like to thank my source for bringing out the truth in this conspiracy. We're out of time, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I'm Grumpy Gus, and always search out the truth.